Hi there everyone, Life DIY Josie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Thrifty Thursday when I do a throwback of one low budget idea every Thursday. I'll be using these beautiful teal organizers that you can get at Dollar Tree. And I'm also going to be using the two mop handles. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to be removing the mop portion of this mop, the rug itself, because it's not tied or tightly fastened. It's not even glued on, so it was so easy to pull this out, and it's going to stand on its own. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other handle. Starting with my first basket, I'm putting it at the bottom part, and I'm tying with zip ties each of the handles. So I'm tying the handle of the basket to the handle of the mop, which is now my stand. So I chose the middle portion here and made sure that I inserted my zip ties, aligning them at the very bottom hole. It's probably easier for me to just show you what I've done. Just make sure that you choose the center or the middle in a design there where you can anchor or insert your zip tie, and that's what I've done here. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the opposite side, doing the same thing. Learning from the first handle, I'm gonna insert my zip tie now, and then I'm gonna be inserting the handle through. I'm not gonna tighten it. So I'm just going to loosely attach or place this zip tie here, and then I'm going to be inserting the handle through this loose zip tie. Next, I'm going to go ahead and tighten each zip tie. I just want to point out that there is a hole on each handle. Make sure that when you're making this, when you're building this, that those holes are on the front, because we're going to use that to tie the top basket later on. I just want to make sure that before you tighten everything up at the bottom, that you have each of the handles holes facing forward, okay, not sideways. Here is the bottom shelf or basket, and I'm using the door as my support since I'm working solo, and then I'm going to be building the top next. So the second basket is the one that I am going to be tying to each of the mop handles, you know, the holes that I showed you. The holes of the handles are facing the front here. Next, I am going to be attaching two zip ties, one on each side at the bottom part of this basket, kind of like what I did with the first basket that I placed at the very bottom of this organizer. I am just going to be aligning it and looking at the center portion. I'm choosing the holes at the very bottom, and as you can see, I'm just going to be inserting the zip tie through there, and then I am going to be tying it from there. And then on the other side, I will do the same thing. If you want to make sure that it doesn't get toppled over, use two mop handles on each side, so total of 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach my other baskets. Now, since I am not gonna be measuring this, I'm just gonna loosely tie them up. So far, all of these connections are still loose. I am going to do it tighter later once I have connected all of the baskets and that they are placed on the proper locations that I am happy or satisfied with. Now I'm going to be attaching the last basket. I'm going to go ahead and add the third zip ties at the center on each of the side of the 4 baskets. So I have a total of 24 zip ties once I'm done doing that. Now I am pulling all the zip ties tight, making sure that they're snug, nothing is gonna slide down, especially the ones that are on the middle portion, you know, the number 2 and 3 baskets. So after I tighten them, I am gonna go ahead and cut them with this sharp scissor. For added support at the bottom, I have decided to add this piece of foam board or cardboard. You can also use a piece of wood if you like, so that it doesn't topple over. And all I'm going to do is just measure it and then cut it to size and attach hot glue. Using my hot glue, I'm going to be applying glue onto those areas where I made the cut, because there are some sharp objects protruding, so you don't want to have any issues with safety or causing scratches or cuts. So this is just an added precaution, and it also acts double duty. It reinforces that end there so it doesn't get broken easily. And also I'm going to be adding some more hot glue on some of the crevices like this one here, so that it will also fill in the gaps that will connect the zip ties closer to the basket and the handles. Here's the finished project, and I'm just going to be showing you different ways on how I'm using this that you can also use to give you some visual representation. So first off, this one are hand towels on the top shelf, and then on the second shelf are face towels, and then on the third shelf are my hair. The very bottom are toilet paper rolls. So this is a great way to organize in a small space or tight spaces, and there are other examples here as well. And just to test it out in a tight space, this is a tight space that I could think of that this will be perfect near a toilet bowl. For example, if you want to hold or organize your extra toilet papers or sanitary napkins, as well as feminine wipes, or your air sprays or your fragrance. This is just one of the spots that can fit this organizer perfectly. I'm using this to organize small toys as well. You can use this to organize your crafting essentials. For example, the silk flowers on top, and also at the very bottom here, look, I have bigger rolls of fabrics and ribbons. In this organizer will help you also organize your closet, your socks, like what I've done here. I KonMari folded my socks, and on the second drawer my brassieres, and on the third drawer there my undies, my lower undies, and then at the very bottom are my tights. You can put this in your closet so that you have an organizer inside your closet. Closet shelving units are very expensive. This one would be perfect, whether it's a child's closet or a grown-up closet. And this is a good example if you're entertaining, if you're having a party, or if you have movie nights, you can put some of your snacks here as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone, and I'll see you again next week for another Thrifty Thursday. Bye!